right, so here we are inside the food truck, and this is Cajun Seduction, and this is Chef. She's co-owner, she's the wife, she's kind of everything. She's a caterer. This is Anastasia Leger, and we're going to get after it here. So what are we going to make first?
Well, right now we're working on some shrimp and grits. We have our cream grits ready to go already. We make them with milk, cream, and cream cheese, so they're nice and smooth and creamy.
Okay, so the grits here, milk, cream,
and cream cheese.
And cream cheese. So that's very low in fat, which is great, right?
Oh yeah, no fat at all, hardly.
And then back here, you're working on what?
This is the gravy mixture for our shrimp and grits. We have sauteed onions. We have turkey sausage. Because we got a lot of flack for our pork sausage, so we decided to switch to the turkey sausage.
Okay.
And we have diced green peppers and tomatoes.
Okay, but what it's lacking is what? The shrimp.
The shrimp.
Right.
Well, first we have to let the tomatoes cook, so it cooks off some of that acid, and we want it to reduce down to a nice gravy-like consistency. You see, now it's still a little loose, so we want some of that juice to cook down just a little bit. So now we're going to add our seasonings. We're going to put a little granulated onion. My little is a little more than yours, maybe. I just let my ancestors guide me as I was told. We have some granulated garlic. Heavy on the garlic because I love garlic. Of course, some black pepper. And then we're going to use some Cajun seasoning. Now, I don't add any salt until the end, just because seafood picks up that salt really easily, and we don't want it to be too salty.
Okay.
So now that we've added our nice amount of seasoning, you'll see that it's already starting to cook down and come to that texture that I like it to be at.
All right, so let's just talk about some things here.
Okay.
How did you guys get this truck going, you and your husband?
Well, I've been a personal private chef for the past 10 years or so, and we came up on the opportunity to get the truck, and we were like, hey, why not? Starting back in Valentine's Day, we ran a Valentine's special, and the people blew us out the water. I'll say that.
The love was in the air,
The
right?
love was in the air. I was not prepared. So after that, he saw that the demand was there. So we decided to come up with a menu. We knew with a food truck, you have to have a niche. You have to have some type of theme that's going to catch the customer's eye. So his family,
We keep referencing he. Who is he?
Oh, I'm sorry. He is my husband, Kenneth Leger.
Yeah.
His family is from Louisiana, and I'm from right here in St. Louis. So that's how we came up with the slogan, where Bourbon Street meets St. Louis.
Bourbon Street meets St. Louis. That's your slogan. That's your tagline.
Oh, yes. If you're ever in New Orleans, or if you've ever been to New Orleans, you know that Bourbon Street and St. Louis actually cross.
Yes.
In Louisiana. So it just seemed like the perfect fit. My shrimp and grits are really popular before the food truck. They were really popular. My jambalaya was a big hit. So I decided, why not build off of that?
So your love for each other, you and Kenneth, your love for the Cajun food, your love for wanting to make some money, kind of all manifested into what this food truck is now.
Oh yes.
And you're pretty successful.
And the good thing about the food truck is the customer interaction. You get to make it a bit more personal. You get to communicate. Even if I'm back here swamped, someone will come up to the window and I'll stick my head out for a second and peek and say hey. So that's really the best perk about the food truck. I'll say that.
So now the shrimp are going in.
These are peeled and deveined shrimp. These are 15 count shrimp.
Okay. Now those are nice size.
Oh yes.
And they'll cook down a little bit there to be more manageable, right?
Just a tad. We don't want them to cook down too much.
Right. And then are the grits any kind of a special grit, or just anything? If someone were going to be making this at home and they go to the store and they say, "Oh my gosh!"
Number one, do not follow the directions on the package. You have to stir them the entire time. You can't just let them boil. You have to stir.
Don't just set it and forget it. You got to work the magic, right? You got to work it. We're going to make something else too, right?
Oh yes, we're going to make a grilled shrimp po' boy on lettuce wrap.
A grilled grilled shrimp po' boy on a lettuce wrap.
Correct.
So we got the 7 shrimp that are seasoned in Cajun spices. We don't know what's on it, but she just said Cajun.
Cajun
and that's on our
Seasoning.
flat top there. For those that maybe aren't that great at cooking with shrimp, how do you know when you're cooking it too much?
Because they start to turn into little balls.
Okay.
You don't want them to overcook because then they get that rubbery texture.
Yes,
to
yes,
them.
yes, yes.
So you want them to still have a nice meaty texture to them.
And
Okay.
those are nice sized shrimp, so they're going to be meaty.
Oh yeah. We're gonna come down and I'm gonna bowl up the shrimp and grits for you to taste while
Okay.
we finish up these shrimp for the po' boy. So I do 2 scoops of the grits.
Oh, you give out nice servings.
Oh, we do give out nice servings. And then we want to get some of that gravy.
Right.
And then make sure you at
get
least
some
you
of
got.
that turkey andouille sausage in there.
Oh yeah. And then we want to make sure you got at least some shrimp.
Oh, you're hooking me up.
Then we're gonna top you off with just a little pinch of basil, just for some color and some pizzazz.
Okay. And is this one of your #1 sellers?
Oh yes, oh yes. The shrimp and grits is a big hit. Even before the food truck, the shrimp and grits was a popular commodity amongst our fans. Well, amongst my fans. So I got you some utensils here, so you
Okay.
can go ahead and dig into that. And you want to make sure you get some of that gravy and some of those shrimp. And then I want you to try them both on their own and see what you think of that.
Okay. Well, this first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do it without any meat. I want to taste this sauce and the
Okay.
grits so I can really get that. Wow, that's really good. That's really, really good.
Thank
now
you.
I'm going to hit the shrimp. Oh,
That's what I like to hear.
and now.
Nothing.
There you go. Oh my God. Anastasia, I will never, ever make grits a different way.
Yes, please don't.
I've had 5 bites and it doesn't even look like I've dented it. Man, that's good.
Thank you.
All right, so now
We're gonna build
you
your
got some
lettuce
little main
wrap.
there, looks
Yep.
like.
So we're just gonna put your bed of lettuce, and
Okay.
of course, we have to have more lettuce because the initial lettuce is just to hold it together. So you need some lettuce inside of there as well.
Oh, so almost lettuce on lettuce.
Lettuce on, because we want our shrimp to shine through.
Let
you know?
us eat.
And then we're gonna put our shrimp, and we're gonna layer those. This is a shrimp po' boy
Shrimp
on our
po'
lettuce
boy.
wrap. On lettuce wrap. So now we're just gonna build on top of our wrap. We have our shrimp down. We're gonna put some tomatoes down. We have to add some onions.
Some onion.
We didn't add onions at first until we started making them, and I realized they needed that extra time.
Okay,
Jalapeno
all right.
for a little extra kick.
I like the heat.
Okay. So far, so good. Just a few tomatoes, jalapenos, and then we hit it with the drizzle. And there you have it. We have our shrimp po' boy on a lettuce wrap with tomatoes, red onion, jalapeno, and a drizzle of our remoulade sauce.
This looks awesome. Well,
Thank you.
You're not going to watch me eat this live. Instead, what we'll do is we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more with Anastasia and Cajun Seduction right here on
Thank
Todd's
you.
in My Kitchen. Welcome back to Todd's in My Kitchen. We are standing outside the food truck now with proprietor and co-owner Anastasia, her husband Ken, and baby girl, what's her name?
Kenna.
All right. So you guys made some incredible food in there.
Thank you.
Where can people find you at?
If you want to find us, you'll actually have to follow us on the website for the food truck. We will be opening up a stationary location at 11188 Old St. Charles Rock Road out in St. Anne, right across from where the old Northwest Plaza used to be.
Yeah. So Kenneth, you've been doing this food truck, and now all of a sudden you're getting this brick and mortar store. It's going to be for to-go orders. Talk about how cool that's going to be for you.
Oh, that's going to be amazing because now we'll be able to go from 2 establishments. You'll be able to come to our place, and then we also still have a food truck out delivering a great product as we usually do.
That's awesome. And so again, you can see, you can check them out, Cajun Seduction on Facebook and on Instagram. And so you do a new menu, and people can kind of check that out and know where you're going to be and what you're serving up.
Yes, correct. We try to keep the menu rotating, so we also always offer something new and fresh to you guys while maintaining some of you guys' favorites in our classics like the jambalaya. The gumbo is seasonal. Shrimp and grits that you just fell in love with.
Oh
and of
my
course
God,
those
so good.
po' boys that everyone loves. Everyone likes a big hearty sandwich.
And then Kenneth, one more question for you. What makes this food truck so unique?
All the uniqueness of this truck is we just don't serve the average food. You know, we don't have the hamburgers and hot dogs. Now don't get it twisted. Sometimes we might serve the hamburgers and hot dogs if we go to a school event or something like that. But overall, we just make it different.
Well, thanks so much for spending some time with us. We really enjoyed it. Your food is awesome. We love the passion that you have for Cajun Seduction. I'm Todd Thomas. They're Leger's and
Todd's in my kitchen.